I never thought I'd find myself in the middle of a high school revolution over something as seemingly trivial as a prom. But here I am, staring at my phone in a group chat that feels more like a secret mission than a planning committee. So let me rewind a bit and tell you how it all unfolded. It all started a couple of months ago when our school announced that the planning for prom was in the hands of a group that I dare to call the Populars. You know the type, glamorous, effortlessly cool, and intimidating enough that most of us don't feel brave enough to chime in. They were well known in the hallways, but unfortunately, they weren't exactly known for their thoughtfulness when it came to events. Everyone focused on what a grand event this was supposed to be, and quietly parents and faculty stepped back, assuming everything would take care of itself. I remember listening to snippets of conversations between my friends as they speculated about how it would all play out. Little did I know, chaos was just around the corner. Flash forward to the day when the details were finally revealed. A group of us congregated in our usual hangout, an old library nook where we could be somewhat closer to simmering gossip. The suspense was palpable as Carla, who kept her phone like it was a treasure map, pulled up the announcement. As she read through it, the room fell dead silent. "Okay, so they're limiting attendees," she began. "And the tickets are like £25 for pizza and soggy salad?" Everyone's eyebrows shot up. I could see Lisa's jaw drop, and Mike, who usually approached life with a carefree attitude, looked genuinely distressed. There was hardly any food for vegetarians. The venue was an hour away, and people were saying that we'd probably have to arrange our own transportation. As soon as Carla finished reading, the chatter erupted. "That's ridiculous," Lisa exclaimed. "Why would they do this?" Mike's response was a low, frustrating growl, and that's when the idea came up, the end-of-year party. Almost instantly, whispers turned into a rallying cry, and I could feel my heart racing as I was invited into the secret group chat. I could already hear my conscience doing its grocery list of concerns. What about loyalty? What if the Populars find out? What if this backfires and I lose all my friends? But deep down, I wanted more than just a prom that felt like a grave mistake in the making. I've always been the kind of person who seeks out connections and vibrant moments. Growing up, my parents always told me to surround myself with people who genuinely cared, and maybe that's why I felt the stirrings of rebellion begin to bloom inside me. The first meeting of the party planners was a whirlwind. We were bursting with ideas about dancing neon lights, a fun food truck, and even a themed dress code. Everyone was so enthusiastic. It felt like a breath of fresh air compared to the stifled creativity we were up against. I was expecting a passive meeting with people trying to take charge, but it was quite the opposite. Everyone contributed, and I could see excitement bubbling over as we talked about making it inclusive and memorable. However, I couldn't shake the uneasiness of the other side of this coup. The popular group wasn't going to be happy about our decision to go rogue. The thought of facing off against Ashley, queen bee and ruler of the high school social scene, made my stomach churn, but something inside whispered that it was worth it. As the days passed, I could feel the weight of the impending storm. I shared several classes with Ashley and her friends, and a couple of times they had approached me casually to question my opinions on the prom. I could feel their probing eyes measure my loyalty with every casual conversation. Then came the moment, the night before the big reveal at school. Our group chat lit up with a barrage of energy, organizing last-minute details and ideas under the veil of secrecy. Lisa suggested we host a sneak peek dance at a local park. Others chimed in about decorations, and my earlier reservations began to melt away. For the first time, I realized that I felt genuinely happy and excited about a school event. But as I scrolled through messages, I paused. I remembered how small and divided those initial ideas had felt only weeks before. Was I really prepared to look Ashley in the eyes after this? I could already picture her double take, her sunny confidence turning to disbelief. I didn't want to betray anyone, but I also didn't want to settle for mediocrity. So I reached out to the group and hesitated for a moment before typing, "Hey, what if we actually present our party idea to the school? Maybe we can reel in some support and make them aware of how out of touch the official prom plans are." There was a pause, and then pure excitement ensued. Our small group felt closer than ever, and suddenly, it felt like we were taking on the world. As I lay in bed later that night, heart racing with anticipation, I couldn't help but solicit my situation. I wished I could simply merge the two parties, create a big, vibrant disco with everyone in attendance, sharing laughs and dancing like there was no tomorrow. But reality was muddled with loyalties and the complex social game that was high school. When the day of reckoning came, all I could think of was the aftermath, the possibilities, the excitement, and the potential fallouts. As I stood outside, waiting for my friends to arrive, I couldn't help but feel that pulse of adrenaline that comes from taking a leap into unknown waters. After everything had unfolded, all the texting, the meeting, the nervous conversations, the voting on details, I find myself here. I'm left asking myself, as I want to pose to you all, Ada for helping to stage this prom coup. Should I have gone along with the populars despite initial concerns, or is it okay to fight for the kind of meaningful celebration we all deserve? What do you think?